And then once I got into the business, I really just fell in love with it. I love the people. I love the fact that it was live, and it is so immediate. It happens in real time. You don't, you do it, you can't take it back. It's out there and then it's over and then you do it again. And, this notion of keeping, the audience connected and being a companion to them. At the time, there wasn't, Spotify didn't exist, obviously, in the early days. So, people weren't curating their own playlists, or they were, but not that easily. So it was a really fun business to get into. And then I just stayed for the people. I just thought it was so fun.
I think that's great, and that whole idea about, I think, live performance, because say this podcast, I love the fact that, okay, we're not live, but we're recording something, and okay, you can go and edit it, but I think that sort of immediacy of doing something, connecting with somebody else. And I used to play a lot of sport, and I like the whole idea of, you're out there performing, and if you make a mistake, then that's it. And I almost feel, every time I record an episode, you want to feel that nervous tension, because I don't think you actually come up with a good performance unless you have a bit of nerves, and you're thinking, oh, how will it go? Will my interviewee turn up? So I think it's nice to have that bit of nerves. And what do you think, Julie?
It's interesting. So how do you manage your nerves? What does nervous look like for you, and then what do you do about it?
Well, actually, I reframe it, and it's funny because when I started playing sport, I used to get very nervous because I wanted to do well. But then I thought, look, actually, nerves are a good thing. You need that nervous energy. It's like if you're going for an interview, you have to be nervous beforehand, or if you go into an exam. And I think the older you get, if you can put things into perspective and try and reframe, I just think it makes such a difference. And you're almost using those nerves to work with you rather than against you. And it's funny, sometimes when I listen to the recording afterwards, sort of the guests and myself, we come up with these really interesting points, which I can't actually remember having said, but because you're so nervous, you're not thinking. So
Right.
yeah, that's when I think the great stuff is, like the jamming, the good stuff happens, but yeah, with effortlessly. So yeah.
I agree with that. I've heard nerves. I mean, I think the scientific explanation around it is that, if you can, nerves are really adrenaline, right? If you can use the nervousness to feed your adrenaline and push you forward, like you said, reframe it. It can really help you. And I agree with that 100%.